And we're back to learning Gimp here, day 65. Let me show you the scale to options, or at least we're going to go over the most important for beginners. Once again, Shift S to shortkey for it. A couple of options here are simply for the appearance, so you can add guides or create a different image opacity. So this is just how it looks when you adjust it. What's important here though is the keep aspect, and you can also find it right here. It's a link icon. When it's checked, then width and height are always adjusted at the same time so that the aspect ratio is kept. But if you uncheck the link icon, it unchecks the box here for keep aspect, and then you can even transform your image. Reset brings back the original. So whenever you get lost, just reset it. Then we have the center option right there. So if you scale it up without checking that box, the center will be repositioned. And when you have it checked, then it will be scaled around the center point, which will be in position all the time. By the way, you can change the units right here. Usually you want to have that set to pixels though, which should be the default. When it comes to interpolation and clipping, I would advise you to leave that alone. That's just a different way for Gimp to adjust these pixels. So in principle, when you scale it up, the pixels, they will be made a little bit bigger, and there are different calculation interpolation methods to achieve that. This might be interesting for advanced users, but if you're a beginner, just keep it to linear and adjust for clipping, and then you should be good. But what's important here is under transform, you have more options. And the first two I want to talk about, because we've already talked about selections. Let me create a selection here on this layer. The first one for transform is the layer option, the second one, the selection. So what's the difference? When I activate selection and then I use the scale tool, I can scale the selected area. And you can uncheck keep aspect, and then you basically can transform the selected box here. But when you have that set to layer and you've got a selection, let me left click again using the scale tool, I will always transform the image inside of the selection. So that's a very important distinction to make. By default, layer should be active, and that's what you need most of the time, but you can also transform the selection itself. More options here are path and image. That's once again something for advanced users. I haven't yet talked much about paths, therefore I'm going to leave it out here. Just in case you run into problems using this tool, check this transform and make sure that layer is active, and this is in 99% of the cases what you need. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.